Hello. Hi.
Hi, Zulekha. Just hold on for a minute. Other people
Yeah,
are
yeah,
joining. Huh?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hi, Sadiq. Can you post other message for others to join also, all the fellows?
Hello. Yes, I already posted joined the session.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to see you all again after a long time. How are you all doing? I hope
Hi.
is well.
You
Hi,
okay?
Zulekha.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Anwar.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Good
Nasir.
afternoon.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mariam. There is someone, please change your name to into English. There's someone who has joined who has their name in Farsi, and I'm sorry, we are not able to read that.
Nasima.
Madi, please
It's
change your name in
Nas-
English.
Nasima Ahmadiyar has a name in Dari.
Nasima. Nasima, please change your name. Yeah. So let me hear from the fellows. Nagina, how are you doing? Have you worked a bit on your proposal? Have you read some research, some action research? Nagina? Abdullah Danish, Nasir, Ikramullah, if you have read any of the action research, worked on your action research proposal. You can respond on chat also, or you can unmute and speak.
Where is the chat?
Even if you have not worked on it, it's okay. You can just say you didn't get time to work, or you have not worked on it, but you need help. That is also okay. Are you able to get the research papers? Do you want us to send the research papers to you? There is someone called iPhone. Please change your name. Okay. Should we start now? 14 are there. So, Sadiq, how many of the fellows have joined? Can you give me a sense?
Sargona hasn't joined.
iPhone needs to change their name. Good afternoon, Fazila.
Ruchi, there are about 6 fellows who've joined.
6 only, na? Yeah.
Now the 7th has joined. Someone who needs to change their name again.
Yes. Sadiq, what should we do? The other fellows, there are around 9 fellows which have not joined. So what should we do about that?
You can start, and I and Anwarullah contacted them.
Okay.
Joined.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll start. So today we have called all of you to discuss the different tasks that you have to do as fellows in this multimodal approach to teacher professional development project. You are all fellows of South Asian Teacher Educator Fellowship. And for that, you will be doing some tasks, you will be submitting some tasks, will be working with your academic mentors and your field mentors. I hope everyone is familiar of the name of their field mentor and academic mentors. Those who are familiar, please write yes, and they can put in their name of the field mentor and academic mentor in the chat. And those who are not sure, please write not sure. And Sadiq will help you to know which one is your field mentor and which one is your academic mentor. Okay. 2 of them are not sure. Others also, please write it up. If you're not sure, it's okay. It's a feedback for us. We will inform you about who is your field mentor and who is your academic mentor. So the field mentors would be from Afghanistan, and they will help you to, they will work with you even in the local language, and they will be working on the action research proposal itself. Okay. And the further when you do implementation and reflection also, at that time also field mentors would be helping you. And academic mentors will be giving you inputs about your action research in terms of its content, in terms of, what is the design of action research, what kind of intervention you can do, what kind of tools you can use, and how you can analyze the evidences that you are getting from the field itself. So these two people are supposed to help you. Therefore, you should know the names of these people so that you can connect with them on Telegram or on email. Okay, Fazila, you have an idea. So Sadek, what we do is toward somewhere in this call itself today, we will also tell them their field mentor's name and academic mentor's name once again, so that they are all sure. Okay, Sadek?
Yes, okay. I will share the list.
You share the list with me, and I'll share it on the screen, or then we can speak about it. So let me start first with the timelines itself. So first, we are assuming that before we start this action research work itself, you would have completed your first course on meaningful integration of ICT. It is the DBCO2 course, and I hope you have all finished that course itself. If there are any other people who have not finished, please let me know.
That course is only for research field or president as well?
It's for fellows. The course is for fellows. Meaningful integration of ICT. The course is for fellows. Okay. There are people entering. Sarita, will you be able to admit the people? I can't hear you. Okay. So let's start with the timeline. So I just wanted to inform you, yes, you have to finish the DBCO2 course, and you also have to finish the mentoring course and the action research course by the end of, this month. You need to finish mentoring, and action research course you can finish in your own time. Maybe up to September, October you can finish, because there will be certain aspects that you will need to add them. So this timeline, I have not included the two courses deadlines, because the deadlines are very flexible. You can finish it according to your ease. We are not going to force you to finish it sooner, but you definitely should be finishing these courses by the end of September. I'll add that into this timeline also, but this is about the action research proposal itself. So first deadline is for you have to create an action research proposal presentation. And this is a presentation which has just 8 slides, and in which we will tell you what all to put in there, and you have to make a presentation. So we were thinking that you can have this proposal presentation on 20th. Just one second. Okay, this is better. So the proposal presentation can be made on the 20th. Okay, but the action, presentation, you should share it with us before you do the presentation itself. And after the presentation, you will get some feedback from your academic mentors, your field mentors, as well as from the core team. Now, in order to make this proposal, you need to also discuss your topic with the teachers whom you would be working with in the schools itself. So we expect that in these till the time, like till 20th or 30th, we are giving you time to go to the school, talk to the teachers, or call them up and talk to them about your action research proposal. and see if they are willing to work with you. And you have to find 5 to 10 teachers who are willing to work with you in this action research proposal. So this finding of teachers you need to do in this, start in this month itself. And you need to add these teachers who agree to work with you in MATPD Afghan group. Yes. Was there any question? Somebody
So they
asking
have
that?
to,
Yeah.
they have to complete, they have to draft their proposal in the next week, and also make a PowerPoint presentation of 8
Yes.
slides.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah. So what the way we are doing is the presentation is smaller. So we first step is you have to make a presentation. They will get feedback on the presentation itself. Then they work on the draft, written draft.
Okay.
Then they get feedback on the written draft, and then they submit the final proposal. So there are 3 steps
All
here.
right. Okay.
Okay. I hope that is clear. Can any of the fellow confirm that it is clear? Fazila, can you just repeat what are the 3 steps you have to do in order to make the proposal? Nagina, Fazila, Abdullah, Danish.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Fazila. Go ahead.
Thank you for giving me time for sharing. As I have experience of proposal for my field attachment, I think it was we define the topic is questions.
No. Fazila, you don't have to talk about the topic. Right now, you just have to tell me what are the 3 things you have to do. First, you have to make a presentation of your proposal. The second step is you have to write a draft of 1,000 to 1,500 words. And the third thing is you will get the some feedback on these presentation and written proposal. And then you have to submit a final draft.
Okay,
Considering all the feedback
from the P. I got about the general steps of proposal. Okay, for this proposal.
Yes. Okay. Would anyone else? Abdullah, Danish, can you repeat the steps that you have to do?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First, we need to have a presentation for the proposal.
Yes.
And then making it final with almost 1,000 to 1,500 words.
Yes.
And then have the final draft for the academic member or external core team.
Yes. The final draft would be if you have used the feedback from academic mentors, field mentors. There might be some external members also and the core team people. You incorporate all those feedback in the action research proposal and you submit the final version. And the final version has to be submitted by 15 August. Okay. And the draft version needs to be submitted by 30th.
End of month.
End of this month, 30th July. So if you do not submit the draft, you will not be able to finalize your proposal. And if you submit the draft before, you will get feedback even more earlier. Those who will submit earlier will get a feedback earlier from all of us, and that will help them. Okay. And next week on 20th, Wednesday, afternoon time, you all have your proposal presentation, which will be based on the PPT. So please note down in your diaries, please note down somewhere that on next Wednesday, 20th, afternoon time, maybe this 2 p.m. itself, you have proposal presentation. Okay.
Sorry, ma'am, I want to clarify one thing. It's, about the presentation and also proposal presentation, action research proposal draft. This is the duty of academic mentor. They should directly with the support of field mentor, develop this, and they who will provide the presentation and present the presentation, the responsibilities.
Okay, the fellow will be doing the presentation. We will be giving you a template. Just wait, we are going to show you the template. We will show you what question, what slides should be there, what should be the question you should write in each of, but the fellow would be doing the presentation.
Ruchi, should I just translate?
Yes, please
what you have
translate
instructed?
that.
Yeah.
I think that would be really great. Yeah.
बर हमा fellows वजाहत میکنیم که هفته آینده امی حالی بر شما یک تمپلیت بر یک پریزنتیشن 8 سلاید جور کردن داره که امو تمپلیتش می باشه که عنوانش یا میتن بر پروپوزل تن اول قدمش است که بر هفته آینده شما یک پریزنتیشن هر فلو کی است بر از خود اکشن ریسرچ چیزی که تصمیم گرفته پریزنتیشن یک کوتا پریزنتیشن جور میکنه به انگلیسی که ما اینی چیز میکنم اینی methodology هر چیزی که اونا تمپلیت میتن امورا خانه پوری میکنه با قسم سلایدز بعد از او که او خلاص شد باز دو مرحله می باشه که او را با قسم تحریری یک درافت میکنین یک درافت پروپوزل جور میکنین با مو قسمتایش می باشه و سر درافت پروپوزل و پریزنتیشن تان فیدبک میگیرین از توسط از کمک فیلد منتر و اکادمیک منتر تان برتان فیدبک میتن هر چقدر که زود خلاص میکنین اما که زود برتان معلومات میتن که چی صحیح است و چی را بدل کنین و سوم مرحله شی می باشه که بازورا نهایی میکنین امو درافت پروپوزل کی جور کردین او را نهایی جور میکنین نظر به چیز معلومات که همراهتان شریک شد یا چیز نظر که داده شد او را باز تو شامل میکنین و آخری پروپوزل جور میکنین ضمناً دمی ما گفتن که تا آخر از ماه جولای یک چند معلم از مکاتب که همراهتان همکار می باشن اونا را هم انتخاب میکنین رضایتشان میگیرین و اونا را دمی گروپ شامل میکنین MATPD افغان گروپ که است او شامل میکنین حالی فهمیده شد از طرف
بله وظایف خود فیلو هستن که امی پروپوزل پریزنتیشن انتظار پیش ببرن اگر کدام جای کمک ضرورت داشتن فیلد منتور و اکادمی منتور خدمتشان
در قسمت پریزنتیشن اگر چیز ضرورت و راهنمایی چیز مشکل داشتن فیلد منتور برشان یک همکاری کدام میتونه
صحیح تشکر
قابلش نیست. I think you can go on, Ruchi. They wanted to know if the fellows will be preparing the proposal. So would the field mentor or academic mentor provide support? I said they can, if they have come across any difficulty in understanding something, the field mentor can provide support.
Yes, they will provide support. Okay. So we hope that the this action research proposal will be finalized for everyone by 15th of August. And you don't need to, if you have finalized your proposal, you have submit, you can start working in the school itself with your teachers. You don't need to wait for 15 August to start your work. But we expect that, you know, the first cycle of implementation, whatever action plan that you have made that you will work with teachers, the first cycle of implementation needs to finish by 15 September. So you will, if you finish by 15 August, you will have exactly 1 month to finish your first cycle of implementation. In this first cycle of implementation, we expect that you at least have 20 hours of interaction with the teachers that you are working with. It can be, you know, face-to-face interaction. It could be interaction on call, Zoom call, on phone call. It could be interaction on Telegram. It could be interaction in the form of professional development workshop. Any workshop that you do, 3-hour, 4-hour workshop that you do with them. And it should also involve at least 5 hours of classroom implementation by the teachers in their own classrooms. So 5 hours, something like 5 to 6 periods in the school, they should do something which you have worked with them in the teacher professional development itself. And for this, you can use multiple modes. That's what the name of the project is, multimodal approach to teacher professional development. So you can use videos, you can use text, you can use question answer, you can use Telegram, you can use different kinds of modes to connect with the teachers itself. Okay. So after the first cycle of implementation, we are expecting that you will be reflecting on the first cycle of implementation, what went good, what was not okay. And based on that, you will revise the action plan for the second cycle of implementation. And we are giving you around 1 week to do this. So from the 1st September to the 7th October, you can make the revision in the action plan itself in consultation with academic mentors and field mentors. And then in this week also, you will make a presentation on your first cycle of implementation so that you can get feedback on it and revise it accordingly. And from the October itself, you can start your 1st October, you can start your second cycle of implementation. Again, this period is for 1 month. And you can, after you have done this second cycle of implementation, you again have some time for reflection on the second cycle of implementation, analysis of the data that you have got in both the cycles, and writing and submitting the draft report of your action research. So this is 1 month. And after this 1 month, again, we will ask you to give a presentation of reflection on 2 cycles of implementation. And the final report you are expected to submit by 15 December. Draft report by 1st December, and the final report by 15 December. So this is how your engagement will be for the next 6 months in this MATPD project. Zulekha, if you can just also translate it for everyone.
Okay. इतरस अवल मरहला को हम proposal अजोर में करें वो proposal के निहाई शुद्ध final draft दादा शुद्ध final draft आखिरी तारीख अगस्त 15 است 15 अगस्त است اما اگر از شما وقت نهایی شد و اپروف شد معطل کردن ضرورت نیست باز یک سایکل ایمپلیمنتیشن شروع میکنین که اول دفعه امور تطبیق میکنین چیزی که پلان کردین در مکاتب کتی معلمین تطبیق میکنین و دو امو تعداد ساعتها را گفتن که اقلاً 20 ساعت همراه معلمین شما باید با تماس باشین و میتونه چیزش بر تلفن باشه بر تلگرام باشه یا روبرو باشه هر رقمی که بود و 5 ساعت بخیال ما در صنف هستن که اونا امو تطبیق کردن به توسط معلم یا به توسط شما کلش سرجمش 5 ساعت از داخل صنف است و 20 ساعت به سرجم کتیشان به تماس و آمادگی و برشان فیدبک دادن برشان سپورت دادن اینی موضوعات است. بعد از مرحله اول که شما یک دفعه او را تجربه کردین با سر از او ریفلکشن میکنین سر از او فکر میکنین که چی کار کرد و چی کار نکرد و چرا کار نکرد اونو ریفلکشن هم کی است شما می معلومات اول مرحلهش که تطبیقش بود او را باز یک پریزنتیشن میکنین و اونو پریزنتیشن باز دمو پلان خودم میگین که از خاطر کی کار کرد یا نکرد ما با کمک فیلد منترتان پلان خدا دوباره کمک تغییر میتین و دوباره او را تطبیق میکنین او را باز میتونین که دوباره تطبیق کنی او سایکل دوم میشه دوم دوره میباشه گفتن که امی کتی معلم که شما 20 ساعت کی هستن دو میتونه که اگر شما کدام टीचर ट्रेनिंग या कैपेसिटी डेवलपमेंट कदम चीज हम शामिल करदा बुदिन उ साथ हम हिसाब कदम मितनिन वगैरह जो हर रकम सपोर्ट या हर रकम कोमक की हम राश में कुनिन अमु साथ हिसाब कदम मितनिन व द आखिरश second cycle baz dom daur ki ura tadbiq kadin baz sarazu reflection mekunin ki uja chi shud amu data ki jam shud azu chi malumat shud baad azu ek draft report tayar mekunin ki mai karara kardim I plan karda budim ini cheez shud एक दफा कोशिश कर दी इन्हीं चीज शुद्ध बाज दीदी मिनी तगीर जरूरत दाश्तीम या फिक्र कर दी कि अगर ये तगीर दाश्ता बाशिम दिगा मालूमात जम में कुनिम बस दोम दौरा रखी तदबीक कर दिन बाज रिपोर्ट जोर में कुनिम व बाज एक प्रेजेंटेशन as अमु हर दो साइकिल्स एक प्रेजेंटेशन पेश में कुनिम व आखिरश रापोर निहाई कियास्ता द आखिरी तारीखश दिसंबर 5 की रापोर निहाई चीज़ की तानस्तेन चीज़ की ना तानस्तेन चिराना तानस्तेन कुल गपाश के संद आखिरी रिपोर्ट में वाशा वही डेडलाइन इश किया समूह पर निहाई रोज की शुमाद पूरा सबमिट करा में ताने 5 दिसंबर में वाशा दुरुस्त शुद फहमीदा शुद
Bale.
अगर कुदाम चीज ना फहमीदेन अमी टाइमलाइन अब आजमी किम की शरीक बसादन की पेशतान यादाश्त बाशा वो रमी ताने की बफारसी हम कसाई की मुश्किल दारे बफारसी हम उरा तर्जुमा कोनी की याद तन बाशा की ची बुद की वक्तश बायद मालूम बाशा बर हफ्ते आइंदा शुमा कुल तन प्रेजेंटेशन प्रपोजल खुदा अमू ड्राफ्ट प्रपोजल तना प्रेजेंट में कोने امورا فورمت
هجام گرفته شد ما یادداشت گرفتیم تشکر
خوبش امو فرمتش کیه صورت شریک می سازن با مو فرمت امو چیزایی که میخواین امو معلوماتی که میخواین از پروپوزل اون امو را خانه پوری میکنین که ما ایتو میکنیم یا اوتو میکنیم باز از روی از امو اگر وقت گفتن خوب است صحیح است باز از روی از امو اصلی پروپوزل نمشته میکنین صحیح است
Thank you, Zulekha. So
Not
now
okay.
I will show you the PPT, the presentation that you have to make.
Okay.
Yeah. Just give me one moment. Yeah. I hope you can see this.
Yeah.
So here on the first page of the presentation, we will share this in the PPTX form so that you can change it. This is right now in PDF. You can write the topic of your proposal, your field mentor's name and your academic mentor's name. And then the second slide is on context and rationale. So here you write, why you are doing this action proposal. What is the present situation of this particular practice in your country context? What is it that, suppose you are focusing on, teachers' communicative language approach. So what is the currently, what is the way in which communicative language is being done in the country right now? What is the way in which peace education is done in your country right now? Or what is the way in which the classroom interaction is facilitated? What is the nature of classroom interaction in your country? What is this problem that you are focusing on, that you think it is a problem and you need to address it? So you have to write your problem statement, and then why is this problem an important one to address? So this is the first slide. So you just write a few points. Please do not write too much on the slides. You should have just small points, and on a separate page you can just write out what you're going to speak so that it can help you to speak, but don't put too much text on the slide itself. Zulekha, sorry, I have to request you to do each slide.
Sure. अवल स्लाइड की मेबाशा दऊ तनामु उन्वान रिसर्च तना नमस्ता में कुनिन नाम फील्ड मेंटर और नाम एकेडमिक मेंटर खुदा याद में कुनिन this slide दोम context और rationale context हालत फेलियस व rationale चिरा शुमाइरा इंतखाब कर दें ई दो मौजूरा नमस्ता में कुनिन कि एक कम मालूमात राजिब हालत फेली में बाशा इनमी शक्ल बाज असली प्रपोजल तना में बाशा हालत फेली दमी मौजूई की शुमा इंतखाब कदिन फेलन द मकातिब फर्जंची नवा तदरीस जरियान दारा مشکل دایی چی شما شناخت کردین کی فکر میکنین سرزی باید کار شوه و اونمو مشکل کیا سینمی پرابلم statement تان می باشه و ای مشکل یا ای چالش کی است ای چرا مهم است به نظر شما باعث یک ایژوکیتر شما چی فکر میکنین چرا مهم است که باید بدل شوه که شما سرازی یک اکشن ریسرچ ترتیب دادین درست است فهمیده شد
اوکی
اگر فهمیده شد دیگه سلاید پیش میبریم باز دیگه سلاید تشریح میکنم
I'll move forward.
خوب بسیار خوب
بله
I
فهمیده
think
شد تشکر
they got it. Let's go into
Okay,
the next
thank you.
slide.
Thank you. Yeah. So the third slide is on literature review. So you have to remember in the workshop we researched for different kinds of articles which have already been published in this particular area, whether it is language education, whether it is maths education. So what type of research you have, which has already been done in this area, you have to write about that. And that kind of resources that are available for that particular topic. It could be an ICT resource, it could be something like role play, it could be hands-on material that you are using, it could be even just a lesson plan that you are going to resource. So what kind of resources you are going to use in this, and what are the innovations that have been tried in the field in that particular area. So this is basically the review of what is already there, which you are find it useful and you are going to use in the action research. Yes, Zule.
خو literature review کو شاید بفهمین کی فرزن برای ریسرچ ضرورت است که شما تحالی دمو موضوعی که شما کار میکنین دو کدام کارا شدن امو را باید ذکر کنین شما باید او را پیدا کنین مواد از مختلف سورسای دیگه و کدام چیز شده و از او کدام چیز فکر میکنین در افغانستان قابل استفاده است یا با یک تغییر استفاده شده میتونه اینمی چیزا را در قسمت لیتریچر ریویو یک کم ذکر میکنین و کدام نوع امکانات و ریسورسز شما استفاده خواهد کردین چیزی که موجود است امور را ذکر کرده میتونین و چیزی که شما خودتان از او جور میکنین او را هم استفاده گفته میتونین و کدام نوآوری را شما دی ساحه که شما ریسرچ میکنین یا تحقیق شما میباشه کدام نوآوری برتان بسیار مفید معلوم میشن و شما میخواین که او را تجربه کنین در ساحه این میاره در لیتریچر ریویو نوشته میکنین همونطور که بر شما در ورکشاپ گفته شده بود با رفرنس کردگی با چیزا در سلایدایتان بسیار زیاد معلومات نوشته نمیکنین مثل بولت پوینتس واری کم کم یاد میکنین باز تشریحاتش در کاغذ یادداشت کنین که وقتی که شما پریزنتیشن خود میکردین امو تشریحش باز شما باید بگوین همراهش تپالویش درست است؟ در هر سلایدش در سلاید پیج کانتکست هم کی است یک چند نکته شم تنها یک کلمه شنفته کنین باز در گپ زدن باز زیادتر بگوین که فرزن اینی موضوع است یا اینی موضوع سوره اضافه تر توضیحات در گپ زدن بتین در وقتی که پروپوزل اصلی خود نوشته میکنین در او باز توضیح زیاد داشته باشه باز در او 1000 کلمه پروپوزل است و قدر کلام نیست مقصد تا اندازه میتونین در او توضیحات داده صحیح است؟
در اینجا یک سوال اگر در موضوعاتی که یک فیلمینتر میخواه که ما ریسرچ کنه و ریسرچ پیش نشده باشه باز او را چی نوشته کنه شاید بگوید که در این عرصه پیش کدام ریسرچ نشده کدام معلومات نیستن این شاید در افغانستان است شاید در دنیا شده باشه خود در افغانستان اگر نشده باشه
از امو خاطر اگر در دنیا تو کو شاید شما کدام ریسرچ ٹاپک انتخاب نمیکنین که هیچ سرش کار نشده در افغانستان که نشده پروا نداره شما باز امو ریسرچ های قبلی را پیدا میکنین با کمک اکادمیک ریسرچ پرسان کنین ریسورسز را پیدا کنین بگوین ما اکشن ریسرچ ما ٹاپک ما ای است بر ما کدام بر لیتریچر ریویو معلومات بتین او را باز شما میخوانین میگین که در دیگه دنیا در اینی جای فلانی است کاول ازی رایتر اینی شده یا از این ریسرچر اینی گفتم اگرم یا افغانستان میشوه یا افغانستان قابل تطبیق نیست یا هر چیزی که است یا شما ای را میخواین که ببینین در افغانستان تا چی اندازه تطبیق شده میتونه. مقصد لیتریچر ریویو ضروری است، او معنا نداره که در افغانستان شده باشه. باید هر چیزی که راجع به زمون موضوع یا با ارتباط از اون موضوع در هر جایی که شده او را شما پیدا میکنین، میخوانین، او را یاد میکنین در پروپوزل تان و در ریپورت تان هم شاید ضرورت باشه که شما لیتریچر چی خوانده راجع به پیش از که شما در افغانستان او را امتحان کرده یا تحقیق کردین، او پیش از او چیز شده بود و از او شما چی یاد گرفتین. آیا افغانستان محیطش بیکی مختلف است یا به می شبیه حالات هم بعض چیزا پیش ازی شدن، بعض ریسرچ ها شدن، اونم را باید بخوانین. این مقصد است. در افغانستان شده باشه نباشه او مهم نیست.
افغانستان مورد موضوعات مهم برای اکشن ریسرچ خصوصا در ولایات و مناطق دوردست. اینجا که اویلیبل یک سلاید یک بخش سلاید ماده جو اویلیبل ریسورس فقط کتاب هستن که تکست بوکس هستن و بعضی مواد لابراتوری هستن یا مواد محیطی ایرم لیست کنید و اگر
نظر به ریسرچ نظر به موضوع تان است. نه نظر به موضوع تان است که بر موضوع تان کدام ریسرچ به موضوع تان کدام ریسورس کار است گفته با موضوع تان کدام ریسورس کار است اونو را یاد میکنی. تو نه که چی ریسورسز وجا موجود هستن کلش ضروری نیست که اگر شما کارتان در کدام مکاتب دوردست که وجا کم امکانات هستن راجع به زو است، باز میگین که ما فرزن برازمی تجربه کد یا می ریسرچ کد تحقیق کد فرزن استفاده از یک لیسن پلانینی رقم جور میکنم یا یک رول پلی جور میکنم یا مواد درسی از محیط استفاده میکنم یا هر چیزی که میکنیم
مثلا
هر چیزی که میکنیم بله مقصد این است که ریسورسز که برای تحقیق استفاده میکنین او را باید لیست کنین. صحیح است؟
مو سورسی که ما استفاده میکنیم
برازمی فعالیت که همراه مکاتب میکنیم بله برازمی ریسرچ خودتان که میکنیم اونو رو یاد میکنیم کدام نوآوری شدن در این ساحه ممکن در دیگه مملکت شده باشه، ممکن در کدام مملکت افریقایی شده باشه که شما در لیتریچر ریویو خواندین باز میبینین که شبیه به حالت ما است، یعنی چیز که وجود است ببینیم که اینجا میتونیم یا نمیتونیم. صحیح است؟ لیتریچر ریویو مقصد این است که
استاد
بگو
بله
بگو سوال چی است؟
تکمیل کنه
چی گفته؟
که میسی بخش که گفته که در میسی بخش 30 سوالات که هستن که در لیتریچر ریویو ای خو هر سوالش حداقل یک سلاید میشه بس چطور میشه همه یک سلاید خلاصه
نه او که حداقل یعنی هر سوال که وقت که جواب میتین در پروپوزل شاید یک صفحه یا نیم صفحه شوه او ایجا نیست. شما تنها فرزن what kind of research has already been done in this particular area سوال اول که از کدام تحقیق راجع به زو شما خواندین که اموجه تنها نامه از امو ریسرچر را یک یادداشت نوشته میکنین پیش خود در یک ورق یک کمک معلومات اضافگی شما خودتان که فهمیدین اوجه تشریحات کرده میتونین که اینی نفر اینی جای فلانی جای در سریلانکا اینی کارا کرده بود یا اینی نفر اینی معلم اینی جای فلانی کارا کرده بود که نتیجه خوب داده بود. اینی دو سه چیزی که ما خواندیم مازی یک الگو گرفتم که حالی ما میخوایم که در شرایط ما شاید از این قدر اینی مشکل فرق داره ما میخوایم که از این what kind of resources are available to that particular topic باز شما میگین چون در شرایط ما فرزن امی اکتیویتی میخوایم که تجربه کنم منتا ایجا تنا که شاگرده با مشکل کتاب درسی دارن در مجتها که ما کار میکنم باز ما اینی نواوری میکنم یا اینی ابتکار میکنم یا اینی توری میکنم. اینی رقم مقصد گپ زدن است که شما از چیزی که کسایی که سابق تحقیق کردن از او چی یاد گرفتین و شما او را چی رقم استفاده میکنین. فهمیدین؟
بله استاد می به سوال سوم میشه که کنیشن هم لیتریچر ریویو و امرای اکشن ریسرچ ما باشه یک مثلا چه قسم یک نواوری اضافه میشه در بخش این قسم شده میتن.
سوم سوال کمی پرسان میکنه که دایی قسمت فرزند کمیونیکیشن لنگویج یا فرزند inclusive learning یا هر چیز کی است دیگه جایا چی شدن کدام چیز ابتکارات شده و شما چی میخواین که از این یاد بگیرین؟ صحیح؟
بله استاد و یک سوال استاد که در پریزنتیشن خانم روچی من نفهمیدم که آوازی نشد که می سلایدر که ترتیب کنیم باز پیش از پریزنتیشن امرای کس شریک میسازیم یا نه مستقیما باز ترتیب بشدو؟
نه میتانین کتی اکادمیک منتر خود یا فیلد منتر خود نظر خواهی بکنین پیش از اینکه را پریزنت کنین. میتونین تو کدام مشکل نیست.
صحیح است تشکر.
Zulekha, should I continue?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. Yeah. So next is action research questions. Whatever question you are focusing in your action research. Remember, we had identified these questions. We had worked on refining these questions much more during the workshop itself. You have to put it there. And then on the next slide, you have to talk about the proposed innovation, intervention, and strategy. So what is it? See, this is action research. It is about doing some action in the field. So what is this action that you are going to do? What is this innovation or intervention that you are going to do in the field, whether it is with teachers and with other people like principals also, but what exactly you have to say that, and what are the strategies that you are going to adopt. So what are the strategies you are going to adapt for doing the intervention, and what resources will you use in your action research to support the teaching learning process in the classroom? Sorry, this is repeated from the previous one, but here what you mean to say is that here in the earlier slide, you have to list the resources that you find useful, but here you have to say from that list, which one are you selecting in your action plan, which you feel is most useful and why. Okay. Yeah.
Zulekha. Can you go back one slide then so I can tell them about the question as well, so that the slides charum ki asta shuma tanamu sawal tahqiq tan ke der workshop sarish kar karda budim bad azu sarish digam kar kardim amuni hai ki shud sawal ki shuma me khain ki sarazu action research tan base kunin tana yak sawal ai jata shim mobile how any chiza ki astan unamu sawal ai jana shta me kunin diga izafa ki nahi tana ami sawale the yak slide charum tana yak sawal mi basha as tahqiq tana sawal mi basha durust است فهمیده شد؟
بله استاد فهمیدم. بله
Ali, the panjum slide meeting, can you go to the 5th slide then? The panjum slide baz mukamal plan tan takriban ki asta ایجا هم چون زیاد موضوعات هستن اصلا پروپوزل تن درسترین قسمتش نمی می باشه که ایجا مختصرانه باید گپ بزنین که شما اصلا چی میکنین و چطور میکنین، شما چی تصمیم گرفتین که کدام اکشن پیش میبرین، همراه کی کار میکنین، استراتژی تان چی می باشه، شما همراه فرزن تنها همراه مکاتب بچه کار میکنین، کتی مکاتب بچه و دکترا کار میکنین، کتی کدام معلم کار میکنین، کتی کدام صنف کار میکنین. اینی موضوعات ایجاد کمی به تشریح معلومات میتین و چرا و کدام مواد یا کدام چیزا را استفاده میکنیم. باز هم چرا از خاطر چون اکشن ریسرچ خودش فعالیت است، تحقیق به توسط فعالیت است. شما بر فعالیت خود کدام ریسورسز یا کدام چی میگین ریسورسز چی میگین وسایل یا کدام منابع را استفاده میکنین. تشکر. کدام منابع را استفاده میکنین تا امی فعالیت تانه در صنف انجام بدین یا همراه معلمین انجام بدین یا همراه مدیریت مکتب انجام میدین. نظر به اینکه اکشن ریسرچ شما را موضوعش یا سوالش چی بود. اینی سه موضوعات را ایجاد چی میکنین، همراه کی میکنین، چرا میکنین، بر از او کدام استراتژی استفاده میکنین. امی تشریحاتش میباشه. در خود سلاید کلش باید نوشته نکنین. در خود سلاید بسیار مختصر 3-4 کلمه نوشته میکنین. باعث یادداشت وقتی که شما پرزنت میکنین در پرزنتیشن خود بعد را توضیحات اضافه میتین، تشریح اضافه میتین. صحیح؟ اگر مشکل می باشه در وقت که شما چطوری را مختصر کنین باز در او فیلد منتر یا اکادمیک منتر تن همراهتان راهنمایی میکنه. Okay, let's go forward then. We can move Ruchi to 6.
Yeah. Okay. So next is about the process of working with teachers. What is the strategy that you are will you adopt to initiate the conversation with the teachers? How will you discuss the action research topic with them? What kind of inputs you will provide the teachers in terms of professional development activities, classroom support, reflective discussions, and other resources that also you will provide? And how will you include the opportunities for collaboration and reflection of teachers? So this is all about the process, you know, what you are going to work with the teachers in your action research and how you are going to help include collaboration and reflection in that process itself.
در سلاید ششم شما تمام فعالیتایتان همراه معلمین چی می باشن اونمو رو لیست میکنین. اول همراهشان چی رقم ارتباط میگیرین، چطوری وارا وادار میسازین که اونا همراهتان همکار باشن، اونا برشان اکشن ریسرچ چی نوا میفهمانین، دیگه کدام اینپوتس یا کدام چیزا را کتیشان کمک میکنین، آیا برشان لیسن پلان جور میکنین، آیا بر همراهشان مواد درسی جور میکنین، کدام ترینینگ برشان میتین، در صنف چی رقم سپورت میتین، همراهشان دیسکشنز میکنین که واسر فعالیت کود یا سر تدریس کود فکر کنن، نمی ریفلکتیو دیسکشنز کی هستن و چی نوا شما همراهشان مثل همکاری یک حس همکاری و مثل تیم واری جور میکنین که اونا فکر کنن که شما جز تیمشان هستین، شما میخواین همراهشان کمک کنین و واسر سر فعالیت خود فکر کردن برشان چطور موقع جور میکنین. فرضاً بعد از صنف دادا که میشینین همراهشان که و درس خدا یا مرور کنن و بگوین که ما اینی کار کردم با اینی تاثیر بود یا این رقم. هر کسی که هر چیزی که پلان میکنه ایجا مو فعالیت هایتان همراه معلمین که میباشه او را تو لیست میکنین که اولی تو میکنم بعد از او تو میکنم بعد از او تو میکنم اینی رقمی. درست است؟
بله استاد حضرت صاحب هم گفته معلمین از 5 تعداد نفر باید باشه و ما اکشن ریسرچ در یک مکتب در یک مضمون و در یک موضوع تطبیق میکنیم. بعض می ترینینگ ها و کار که میکنیم همراه معلمین از 5 بالا این اما موضوع همراه کنیم یک موضوع اینجا د مکاتب خو شاید یک معلم باشه بر یک مضمون یا 2 معلم باشه.
اینا خو وقت گفته بودن که کتی 3 یا 4 مکتب باید شما کار کنی. شما یک مکتب انتخاب کردین؟
بر اکشن ریسرچ؟ بله.
و تو کی هست همراه اکادمیک منتر باید پرسان شو که شما کی هستین؟ ما صدای تانه نمیشناسم، برای ما بگوین.
فضیله.
خب فضیله جان، خب محلی از روچی هم پرسان میکنم. منتها اینا حالی گفتن شما 5 تا دام اینا تو حد زدن که شما تا 3-4 مکتب کار خط کردین و یک چند اقلا 5 معلم شاید شود که خیر است. ما این حالی پرسان میکنم برتن بس وضاحت میکنم. روچی Fazila,
Yes.
person. Fazila says, for instance, she has planned to implement her action research in one school. So she said it's one school with one subject, so there might just be one teacher. So how will I make a group of 5 to 10 teachers for my action research?
So it's I think we have said that minimum 5 teachers you have to work with. So you work, you find 5 other, 4 other schools with perhaps one teacher, and you can take rotation. One day you can go to one school, second day or to other schools, and this way you can meet other teachers, and then you can also connect all of them on Telegram, and you can continue conversation on Telegram or have a phone call together, WhatsApp call together with them, so that you can continue the discussion. So this is the way you have to work. You have to work with minimum 5 teachers.
Okay. فضیله جان اینا گفتن که کمترین تعداد معلمین که همراهشان شما باید کار کنین 5 هستن. خب میتونین با 3 یا 4 مکتب یا 5 مکتب نظر به ضرورت کی است شما کوشش کنین که کتیشان تعهدشان بگیرین و اگر یک معلم هم دارن کتیشان امو یک معلم یک فرزن هر مختلف روز یک روز یک مکتب همراه معلم کار کنی یک روز دیگه مکتب همراه معلم کار کنی اونمو کل ساعت را سرجمش 20 ساعت باید کار کنین همراهشان و امی معلمین گفتن که باز با توسط تلگرام یا واتساپ یک گروپ جور کنین و همراهشان مو डिस्कशन और रिफ्लेक्शंस और मौजूद दिगा की तशरियात और सपोर्ट कियास बास्कती को लगी 22 एक ग्रुप सपोर्ट दादा में ताने सही है या मुश्किल है
أستاذ سوالي من ده يجي أكشن ريسيرش خدا يكس مكتب میکنیم باز کاری که برای پروفیشنال دیولپمنت است او باز جداگانه امرای معلمین کار میکنیم یا همه معلمین در
اگر پروفیشنل دیولپمنت شما جز اکشن ریسرچ تان کاد بود اگر پروفیشنل دیولپمنت است اگر تو جدا نیست اکشن ریسرچ یکی از اکشنز که در اکشن ریسرچ تان است اگر پروفیشنل دیولپمنت هم است او یکی از اکتیویتیز تان کاد بود و او را باید که هر 5 معلم یا هر اضافه تر از 5 گفتن کمترین تعداد معلم باید 5 معلم باشه که کتیشان شما کار میکنین اگر در یک مکتب می باشه یا در 3 مکتب می باشه هر رقم که می باشه کمترین تعدادش باید 5 نفر باشه و زیادترینش 10 نفر هستن دیگه اگر اکشن ریسرچ تان منظورش یک ट्रेनिंग است بر معلمین دادن بر هر 5 معلم باید ترینینگ داده شود و بعد شما تعقیب میکنین میبینین که معلم او را چطوری تطبیق میکنه در صنف شما میرین بعض وقتش سرش دیسکاس میکنین و را فیدبک میتین و ریفلکت میکنه که او چی کار کرد و چی تاثیر کرد سر شاگرد اینی رقم است اکشن ریسرچ امو فعالیت شما است که شما میکنین به خاطر دریافت معلومات صحیح است
برو صحیح استاد باز ما هم رای اکادمیک منتر زیاد به جزئیات
مقصد 5 معلم کم از کم حتمی است 5 معلم باید پیدا کنین که رایتان دی سفر همکار می باشن اونو را باید کدام نوا پیدا کنین یا در این مکتب یا در مختلف مکاتب 5 نفر ضرورت است
مثل که متفق نوشته میکردیم برای یک سکول ذکر میکردیم
سر کدام صدا است نمیفهم بله بگوین
ما گفتم که وقتی تفریق نوشته میکردیم در اوجه یک سکول را ذکر میکردیم از خاطر ما گفتم که چه قسم جدا بسازیم یک جا بسازیم چی بکنیم و خیر
در ټاپک اصلا 5 معلم کم از کم ضرورت هستن که همراهتان همکار باشن و اگر در یک مکتب نظر به موضوع تان میتونه باشه صحیح است، اگر به 2 مکتب میتونه یا به 3 مکتب میتونه 5 نفر معلم حداقل گفتن در این شریک باید باشن.
این مشکل در اینجا کدام کریتریا برای سلکشن استاد هستن یعنی مطابقی که موضوع که هست مطابق موضوع باید سلکت
مطابق به موضوع باید سلکت شود و در پالی مطابق به موضوع اما معلمین رضایت داشته باشن چونی که وظیفهشان نیست نی که اضافگی یک برشان یک نوع کپاسیتی دیولپمنت است که منتمو معلمین که شوقی بهتر شدن باشن اونو را که معلمان شاید همراهتان سهم داشته بتانن یا او تو کسایی که فرزن شما را میشناسن و میخواین که همراهتان کار کنن با مختلف نمیفهم با کدام دلیل منتها 5 معلم کو کم از کم ضرورت دارین که همراهتان همکار باشن و او معلمین همو کس باشن که با موضوعی که شما انتخاب کردین با او مطابقت داشته باشن. هر کس نی.
تشکر واضح.
قابلش نیست.
سلام استاد زلیخا، یک سوال داریم.
خب
عبدالجبار مهربان از ولایت هلمند با تماس هستیم. مثلا شما که گفتین 5 ساعت همراه معلم داخل سیم کار میکنین یا 20 ساعت بیرون از سیم یا آنلاین کار میکنین. مثلا ولایت ما که هست گرمسیل هست مکاتب بر 3 ماه رخصت هست نه. ما چطور میتونیم که همراه معلم د سیم کار کنیم مال سیم مثلا نیست. دو گزینه ما داریم مثلا.
چی وقت شروع میشه مکتب دوباره؟
مکتب تقریبا 2 ماه بعد انشالله شروع میشه. شما گفتین که پروپوزال باید جور کنید معلمین انتخاب کنید نه مثلا نامی مکاتب 2 ماه تا 3 ماه دیگر رخصت است. ما چطور معلمین انتخاب کنیم یک موضوع و دیگر 2 گزینه ما اینجا داریم. اگر انتخاب کنیم مثلا مکاتب خصوصی تقریبا فعال است شروع است. اگر میتونیم که ما در مکاتب خصوصی کار کنیم خو میتونیم یک موضوع و دیگه موضوع مثلا فامیلی ما که است اهل معرف است مثلا 2 برادر بچه کاکای ما معلم است آیا میتونیم که همراه اونا اگر مکاتب رخصت باشه همراه اونا کار کنیم یا نه؟ همین سوال ما بود.
او خب اینطور است که و اهل معرف که هستن کوئی چون فعالیت شما در مکاتب می باشنی کتی شاگرده می باشه در معلم هم که هستن و باید مو فعالیت را در مکاتب بکنن دیگه. اگر معلمین که شما انتخاب میکنی برادرای تنم هستن و در رخصتی که کار کردن خواهد بتانن. از مکتب را رخصتیش چی وقت شروع شدن؟ چقدر دیر شده؟
تقریبا 1 ماه میشه که مکتب رخصت است 2 ماه دیگه دوام میکنه.
اوکی سو جولای آگوست سپتامبر وسط سپتامبر خلاص میشه. درست است. ما خیراری امی حالی روچی را پرسان میکنم که می تایملاین ورک میکنه یا نه میکنه. میگویم میشه
امی تایملاین مثلا پروپوزال که ما جور میکنیم یا دیگه چیزی که جور میکنیم معلم و مکاتب باید انتخاب کنیم نه. شما گفتین که در 15 آگوست باید دیر نهایی کنین یا جور کنین. اگر بازم رخصت بودی خود زیاد طول میکشه دیگه.
ما پرسان میکنم.
Zulaikha, what are they saying?
Yeah, there are some issues because some of the schools are from the warmer parts of Afghanistan like Helmand and Kandahar and places. So they are on annual vacations until for another 2 months. So he was saying that Mr. Jabbar from Helmand was saying that it will be difficult to sort of identify teachers, like we can write a proposal and stuff, but until maybe mid-September or late September, there will be no teachers in schools to work with. One, and he also said some private sector schools may be functioning. So can we work with private sector school teachers? I don't see any problem if they agree.
I don't have any issues with working with private sector teachers, but I want to hear from Sadiq. Sadiq, would there be any issue in working with private sector teachers, or you were hoping to work only with government schools? Sadiq?
Yes, Dr. Ruchi. So as we have agreement with the Minister of Education that we will work with teacher development, teacher profession development, also with government school, we prefer that we should work with the government school.
You prefer that?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
only I think there is 3 provinces: Helmand, Nangarhar, and I think also Kunar. I'm not sure about Kunar. They have school.
What about Kandahar? What about Kandahar?
دیزا صاحب محترم شپږ ولایت دی کونړ نه دی هلمند دی کندهار دی نیمروز دی فراه دی جلال آباد دی لغمان دی
Ustaz Mehraban, we have only 3 provinces in this project which are in hot climate, which schools are in the summer vacation till January.
Okay.
Sorry, till September.
Till September.
Okay. Yeah.
At the beginning of September, the schools will resume back. The new educational year will start.
I think for them, what we can do is they can at least get their proposal ready, and if they want, they can at least identify 1 or 2 teachers in private sector, and if they are willing, they can start work, and the other government school teachers, they can start work in 15 September, but that means that their proposal, we will be able to extend by only 15 days. So they still will have to finish by end of December. Would that be possible for them to finish by end of December if they get 15 more days?
It should be enough. خو گفتن که کسایی که در گرمسیر هستین اگر شما مکاتب تن شروع نمی باشن بعد از آگوست 15 شما میتونین که یک 15 روز ناوقت شروع کنین کارتن باقی پروپوزل و چیزا رو جور کنین معلمین انتخابش اگر نمیشه بعد از مکتب شروع شدن میکنین و بر شما 15 روز بعد از دیگر وقت میتن که فرضاً شما تا آخر دسامبر پروپوزل ریپورت خدا داده میتونید ریسرچ ریپورت خدا داده میتونید درست است؟
بله استاد زلیخا ما بازم کوشش میکنیم فقط مشکل همی بود که فرض مثال مالی پروپوزل جور میکنیم همی معلمین تشخیص میکنیم یا مکاتب همی کمی مشکل به خاطر که تمام معلمین ولایت هلمند رخصت است امروز نه باز اگه مکاتب شروع نشوه ما نمیتونیم که اونا را تشخیص کنیم یا امروز تمام شویم
بیکی گفتمش نه اونا گفتن و مستر صادق گفتن که ما خوش هستیم که اگر کتی مکاتب دولتی کار کنیم که چون کتی وزارت معرف ما موافقه داریم دیگه اگر دو صورت اگر معطل هم میکنین فرضاً انتخاب معلمین و مکاتب اگر معطل هم نظر به دیگه فیلوز کی هستن شما را 15 روز اضافه میتن از خاطر که شما مکتبای شما شروع نیستن درست است؟
درسته انشالله ما کوشش میکنیم که کار خود
So they are okay with that, Zulekha, end of December?
Yeah,
but this is only for these 3 provinces, and Sadiq, please ask these fellows to send you an email that they will finish by end of December. Okay, they have to send an email. If they don't send an email, we will consider their end date as 15 December itself.
Yeah,
okay?
For sure, I will ask him to send me.
We need to have that in the written form. Okay, yeah. So if that is okay, let me go back to the proposal. Okay, so the process of working with teachers, Zulekha, I hope everyone has understood till here.
Yeah, okay. I explained that.
Yeah, so then comes the method of data collection and analysis. So here you have to say who would be the participants in your research. So as I explained, it can be teachers, it can be even principals or head teachers. So you have to write down how many, where they are from, what type of data will you collect during action research? Would it be only observations? Would there be interview of teachers? Would there be focus group discussion with teachers? Would you be getting some data from students also, their pre-test, post-test or not? Would you be asking teachers to share video of their classroom or share student work, photo of the work that student has done in their copies, all this data, what kind of data you're going to collect, and what is the plan for analysis of data, how you will analyze that data. So here you have to go back and connect it to your action research question. So what is the purpose for which you are collecting this data, and whether the data is answering your question here. What are the evidence that you are getting from the data, that interventions that you did, which were the interventions which were effective and which are not. So, and don't be afraid to share ideas that have not worked in the field, because that is also considered as a action research. Over to you, Zulekha.
Okay, the slide haftum shuma ami chi nawa malumata jam mikunin farzan action research yak action mikunin az natije azu action baz malumata jam mikunin kudam nawa ko yak dai slide shuma yaki ko ki ishtirak da research tan mikunan aya shuma tana hamray malimin kar mikunin ya kati malimin o mudiriyat o diga kas kar mikunin kiha participants astan the research tan ira baid namshta kunin kudam nawa data ra shuma jamawari mikunin aya kitabcha ay shagirdara yani karkhanagi shagirda ya imtihan shagirda yetu khurd test ya quiz migiren azura u data tan mi basha ya hamray malimin interview am mikunin ya hamray shagirda ek discussion mikunin inami चंद रकम डेटा रा इस्तेफादा मिकुनिन की शुमा बुफामिन की एक्शन तन चकदर बदर्थ खूर्द व चकदर मुफीद ना बूत इनमी मौजूरा शुमा इजा नमश्ता मिकुनिन की मा इनी डेटा रा इस्तेफादा मिकुनिन किताब बुफामिन की कार मा सर बूत ना बूत या चीज़ की में खास्तेम हदफ मा बूत बरजू रसीदेम यानी व इनमी डेटा रा ची नवा हाली को शुमा ई प्रपोजल तनस अनुस कुदाम कार ना कर दें दमी proposal نوشته میکنین از این دیتا را چی نوع استفاده میکنین فرضاً امتحان شاگرده بر شما چی معلومات خواهد داد یا دیگه وقتی که شما کتی شاگرده مصاحبه کردین یا امو فوکس گروپ گرفتین کتیشان یک گروپ شاگرده را شاندیم که واقع بزنن از او چی معلومات توقع دارین که پیدا کنین صحیح فهمیده شد ایجاتنا امو دیتا را کدام دیتا را جمع میکنین و او را بر چی استفاده میکنین ای را باید ایجا کامت مختصر تشریح میکنین وقتی که پریزنت میکنین در وقت تشریح میکنین فهمیده شد؟
بله فهمیدین
فیلوز فهمیدین کلتان شما کسایی که
بله فهمیدیم
data analysis of data ما دیگه پلان جور میکنیم پلان جداگانه جور میکنیم
دی او قدر پلان نمی باشه شما فرضاً دیتا تان اگر کارخانگی های شاگرده است باز شما پلان انالیسیس دی نوشته میکنین که وقتی می کارخانگی ها یک چند سامپل کارخانگی را میبینیم از او بر ما معلوم میشه که از او چی رقم معلوم میشه که به هدف تان رسیده یعنی ایجا تشریح نمیره میکنه صحیح است؟ این پروپوزل تان است یادتان باشه که هنوز شما تحقیق نکردین هنوز کدام اکشن نکردین تنها پلان خود تشریح میکنین که ما از خاطر که بفهمم که مو کاری که ما کردم با مو هدف که ما کردم با او چقدر تاثیر کرده ما اینی چیزا را جمع میکنم یا ما کتی شاگرده گپ میزنم یا بر شاگرده یک 3 سوال میتم که و جواب بر ما بدن هر چیزی که استفاده میکنین و این 3 سوال بر ما اینی معلومات توقع دارم و ممکن منفی معلومات جمع شوه یعنی امو فعالیتی که شما کردین تاثیر چیزی که توقع داشتین نکرده او هم صحیح است او هم تحقیق میباشه که اینی چیز کار نمیکنه در افغانستان گرچه در دیگه جای کار کرده فرضاً درست است امو منفی نتیجه و مثبت نتیجه هر دویش قابل پذیرش میباشه در تحقیق درست است او هم صحیح است هم صحیح است صحیح است
فهمیده شد یعنی با کدام رقم داتا را انالایز میکنیم
کدام نوع دیتا را جمع میکنین کدام نوع دیتا را جمع میکنین تنها فرضاً ویدیو میگیرین صنف را از او مشاهده میکنین یا صنف میبینین امو ابزرویشن صنف میکنین نکات یادآوری میکنین یادداشت میکنین ای دیتا ایتن میباشه یک چیز دیگه نمیکنین یا صنف هم سایل میکنین وقتی معلم هم گپ میزنین از او تاثیراتش معلوم میکنین یا از معلم گپ نمیزنین صنف سایل میکنین و شاگردا را یک امتحانات واری کرد امتحان میتین که ببینین که وہ سر از او چی تاثیر کده مختلف دیتا سورسز میتونه باشه سیست شما تصمیم میگیرین نظر به موضوعتان یا نظر به سوالتان صحیح شد ایجا مو دیتا از کدام دیتا را جمع میکنین اونو را باید وضاحت کنین
So now just the last 2 slides here. In this slide, action work plan with timeline. So each month what you are doing, just like I have given you timelines, you know, you have to correspondingly write here in the month of July, you're writing the research proposal and what time you will give the submit the draft. Then you are going to meet the teachers, first meeting with teachers, second meeting with teachers, professional development workshop, you know, going to visiting different schools, then reflection, meetings with field mentors, meeting with academic mentor. So action work plan with timelines you have to put here. And then the last slide is about the references. Here you have to put all the materials that you have studied to write the proposal itself. You have to put all the references there. So just this one, Zulekha.
Okay. So the ashtam slide ki asta da u shuma mi bisyar tota kadagi am cheez ek faaliyata ki mikunin ki kudam faaliyat mikunin pura da kudam waqt tamam mikunin khalas mikunin pura mikunin bar khud ek time table wari jor mikunin ek taqsimokat wari ki farzan proposal draftish bai tarik jor mikunam proposal nihai shabai tarik jor mikunam kati field mentor ini tarik ya ini هفته یک دفعه میبینم یا هر چیز که میکنم مختلف فعالیت هایتان که است معلم دایی مکتب اینی روز میرم دایی مکتب اینی روز میرم کتی معلمی امی دا واتساپ یا دا تلگرام یا دا هر رقم که مجلس میگیرین چطوری میکنین دایی وقت ما فعالیت اگر ट्रेनिंग मालूमीन में बाशा अच्छी वक्त में कुने न कुल चीज़ रहा एक टाइमलाइन बर खुद जोर में कुने की तकसीमुकात वारी की बाज अजरूई अजू शुमा खुदा ट्रैक कदा में तानिन की कार तांता कुजा रसीदा नजर बहु इधर प्रपोजल दाखिल में बाशा वदा आखिरी स्लाइड की में बाशा चीज़ें शुमा मालूमात इजाफगी की खानदेन बखातिर तैयार कदन प्रपोजल तानमु बर लिटरेचर रिव्यू कुदाम मकाला रख खानदेन अस कुजा از امور رفرنس هایش نوشته میکنیم سیست امور نامش نویسندهش تاریخ و گپایش چیزی که رفرنس نوشته میشه اما اصول رفرنس چیزی که اینا میکنین امو دکم رفرنس میکنیم
استاد می اکشن ورک پلان د پروپوزل شامل میکنیم یا جداگانه
نه او د داخل پروپوزل می باشه ابو آخری قسمت پروپوزل می باشه د هر پروپوزل می باشه اینی کو اکشن ریسرچ پروپوزل است د هر رقم پروپوزل یک ورک پلان یا یک اکشن پلان شامل می باشه که د او تمام فعالیت لیست می شون 1 2 3 4 5 اول ای دومی اینی چیزا وقتی که شما تصور میکنین که برای زمین اکشن ریسرچ ما کدام کارا را باید کنم باز میتونین بگوین که اینی را در این وقت میکنم اینی را در هفته دوم میکنم اینی را در هفته سوم میکنم اینی را کمی بر خودتان هم یک راهنما میباشه وقت است که شما تعقیب میکنه یا همراه شما همکاری میکنه میتونه بفهمه که شما در کار خود پس ماندین با وقت هستین چطور هستین صحیح او در پروپوزل جزش هست وجودا نیست
در زماین شامل میکنیم
چی شده؟ مثل یک جدول وارد میکنیم
بعد از رفرنس در زماین شامل میکنیم
نه در زماین نیست ای جز پروپوزل است آخری قسمتش رفرنسز است که من اینی چیزا را خواندم بر جور کردن از این پروپوزل Izamima Nesta.
I'm going to show you how to get the reference easily. So you go to Google Scholar, okay, and yeah, suppose you type here inclusive education, okay. So you will get a lot of papers related to inclusive education. Now you want to know inclusive education in Afghanistan. So you type inclusive education Afghanistan. See, here also I have got a paper. This is by M. Salma and K. Mukhlid and H. Toki, Gender and Education. This thing is there. So you want to use this, you want to read this, so you can click here. When you click on PDF here, okay, you PDF, this will be downloaded to your computer. See, it's already downloaded. And when you want to give the reference, what you need to do is to this, you can see site here. You click on this site and you will get it in this form. So here you take the APA, you just click here, double click here and Control C and copy it, and then you just paste it in any document. So I'll show you. I have done Control C, I've copied it. Now I'm going to paste it, Control V. So I have got this here. So this is an easy way to get the references. So you just go to Google Scholar. Yeah, Google Scholar, type the topics that you want to research, read the papers, all the papers that you feel are good, you download it. And if you want to write about them, you have included that in your proposal, then you click on cite and you get the references. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And Zulekha, so now I wanted to just show the who is the academic mentor and who is the Sadiq.
Okay.
Yeah.
Field mentor.
Field mentor and
Ruchi, Sadiq hasn't gotten back yet.
yes, Sadiq. No, he shared just in the beginning of the program. I think he's okay with the. He's right here itself. Sadiq, you're okay with this, no? For field mentors assignments.
Yes, I'm okay.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to just read out the names. Mariam Ghafouriar, your field mentor is Rohulla Rohani, and your academic mentor is Jennifer Thomas. Abdullah Danish, your field mentor is Anwarullah Sadat, and your academic mentor is Dr. Anusha. We will share this document with you also on the group. I'm just saying it aloud so that you are aware. Rahmatullah Safi, your field mentor is Anwarullah and academic mentor is Ankit Divedi. Fazila Murwat, field mentor is Ikramullah and academic mentor is Poonam Med. Jamila, your field mentor is Ikramullah again, and Poonam Med is your academic mentor. Rahmatullah Kakar, field mentor Ikramullah and academic mentor is Rafiq Sheikh. Zohal Niazi, your field mentor is Zulekha Haq and academic mentor is Poonam Med. Ibrahim Baryal, your field mentor is Rohulla Rohani and academic mentor is Jennifer Thomas. Nasima Ahmadyar, your field mentor is Rohulla and academic mentor is Mr. Ankit. Nagina, your field mentor is Aliya Sadat and academic mentor is Jennifer Thomas. Mohammad Ishaq Aryan, your field mentor is Zulekha. Academic mentor is Professor Sujata Bhan. Sujata Bhan, I just need to confirm with her. In any case, you will be assigned, if she is not free, we will give you another academic mentor. So don't worry. Zarguna, your field mentor is also Zulekha, and academic mentor is Sujata Bhan. Abdul Jabbar Meherba, your field mentor is Alia Sadat, and academic mentor is Tuba Khan. Nasir Nasiri, field mentor Alia Sadat, and academic mentor is Tuba Khan. Zikrullah, field mentor Anwarullah, academic mentor Zeenat Rahman. That's all. Okay, we will share this document also.
Ruchi, Ruchi, my name is Zulaikha Rafiq. My email address is ZLKH So please correct my name in case people get confused. My name is Rafiq, Rafiq.
Okay.
Zulaikha Rafiq.
Rafik, right?
FIQ.
FIQ.
RAF. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll change it here. Sorry about that, Zulaikha.
That's okay. My email address makes confused.
I chose my field manager Rohla Rohani. I think so.
Can I just come in here? See, it is very difficult for us to give the field mentors according to your choice because there are limited number of people that are there. I know you want to work with other people also, but you know, Rahullah will help you. Don't worry. Even if he is not your field mentor, he can help you. But your field mentor, whoever is assigned, will also try to help you as much as possible. So right now, whoever is assigned, you please try to adjust with them.
Hello, Ruchi. Hi,
Yes.
Zarghuna. I want to repeat me. Who is my academic mentor?
Zarghuna, your academic mentor is Professor Sujata Bhan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So right now you need to adjust with whoever has been assigned to you. Do not worry. If you need extra help, please don't hesitate to ask on Telegram for any help that you need. Okay.
Can you please email this list to us also so that we...
Yes, yes, we will post this on Telegram. Just wait for a while. Have some patience.
Yeah, Dr. Ruchi.
Yes.
I think I need to rework on this list. I totally forgot Mr. Abdul Rahman Safi in this list because he is also mentor and I have not assigned any fellows to him. Yeah.
So then after that, Sadek, you manage the conversation about field mentors assignment because, you know, it's the sooner you do it, the better, so that people do not have confusion. They need to remember their names of their field mentors and academic mentors by heart. So anybody, anytime ask them, okay, who is your field mentor? Who is your academic mentor? They should be able to remember that like this.
Yes,
okay?
yes. Okay, yeah. By end of today, I will update it and we'll share in the.
And you have to have call them and confirm it with them, please. Okay, because people should be very confident about their field mentors and academic mentors. Okay. Okay, Sadek. So Sadek will help you all out in this. You have to just ask him, and he will also contact you. Let's move to other tasks. There are lots of forms. 2-3 forms that we have asked you to fill, and I think people have not understood what is to be done in that. And also one needs to understand that the forms that we have given are different from the course that you are doing on TISX. So TISX assignments are different. Action research report is different. That will be handled by your academic mentors, field mentors, and the Telegram forms that we are giving, those are a bit different. So I request Reema to come in here and share the forms that we have been sharing with you and how to fill them up. Over to you, Reema. Reema, you have to unmute. Can't. Oh, you are unmuted. Speak again. We can't hear you, Reema.
Can you hear me now?
Slightly, but the voice needs to be raised even more.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, we can hear now. We can hear.
So as Ruchi mentioned, there are different kinds of forms that you would have to fill as part of the fellowship. There are certain assignments which are specific to the course, action research, mentoring, ICT. There are certain other assignments or certain other templates which are specific to action research. But as a research activity for the MATPD project, there are certain forms that we require you to fill during the course of the fellowship program. So for example, you would have filled the baseline survey forms, right? And you have also filled the profile forms. So these are some of the forms that are part of the research activity that we are trying to conduct for the project. So can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Yes. Yeah. So this is the webinar form. So every time we have a webinar, right? So we've had a webinar on ICT. We've had a webinar on reading and writing by Anusha. We've had 2 ICT webinars by Amina and Sohini. We've had mentoring webinars, right? So every time a webinar, when a webinar is conducted, there is a feedback form that we share with you, and that link of the feedback form is shared with you in advance. So I would request that whenever the webinar is conducted, please do fill out the feedback form the same day or maximum the next day, right? Because what happens is, if there's a lag, if you take a lot of time to fill the feedback forms, you might not remember what you heard in the session or what were some of your reflections when the session was going on. So it's always helpful and easier for you if you fill the form the same day, or as I said, the next day. But please don't, take a week or 2 weeks to fill the form, because then you will not be able to recall what happened in the session. So if you see here the highlighted, and maybe Sadik can share with you, the highlighted cells are the webinars for which the feedback forms have not been filled. So I'm not going to go into details. I'm not sure if you're going to remember, because these are feedback forms for the month of June. But see if you can try and recall. But as I suggested, please do fill out the feedback forms the same day. Right? Does anyone have any questions on the webinar feedback forms?
فاهمين की चीज जरूरत है?
Is it clear to everyone?
हर वेबिनार की शुमा इश्तराक में कुनिन पुरसरश बर्तन एक लिंक रवान में कि उधर वो फीडबैक खास्ता में शवा वो फीडबैक अमी चीज़ तासुरात तन चीज़ की फामिदिन अमु रोज बायद जवाब सवाल शब्बतिन बेहतरीन अमी है कि अमु रोज फौरी जवाब बतिन कि याद तन में बाशा की चितुरी बूत ची गबूत ची मुश्किल बूत ची सही बूत वो अगर अमु रोज ना तानस्तिन सबाइश बायद आत्मन जवाब बतिन इनमी 4 तकीमी मिन दमीजा अमीश खता की हाईलाइट शुदगी असन अमु कसा फीडबैक हिच ना दादन व बाद अज बसियार वक्त बाज याद आदम मेरा इनमी रगफ्तन हर वेबिनार की शुमा इश्तराक कर दें फीडबैक इश अमु रोज बतिन बेहतर अस बमु निहायतन अमु बसियार आखिर बसियार तालम की फीडबैक मीतन सबाइश बायद बतिन
استاذای گرامی ما ایرا به شکل دوامدار امروز شما فالوآپ میکنم، میره شریک میسازم، چیزی که از همکارای تیسیس به من فیدبک میه و این پروگرس نشان میده بر شما شریک میسازم. اما بازم میبینیم که کار به شکلی که باید پیش بره نمیره. یعنی شما کسایی که اینجا هایلایت شدن نمیفهم چی مشکل داره. اگر کدام مشکل هست این مشکل بر ما بگوین تا مشکل حل شود. در غیر از اوی کدام کار خیلی سخت نیست. شاید چند سوال باشه به سوالات جواب بدین، شاید چند گزینه باشه که تکمار کنین و این پاسخ به شما میده و خیلی آسان هم است، تو مشکل نیست و ایره حتما ایره باید تکمیل کنین. کسایی که مانده تکمیل کنین. بازم اگر کدام مشکلات می باشه، موضوعات می باشه که خارج از در کنترل شما نیست، شما میتونید که اول از ما کمک بخواین، از ECA. بعد اگر ما نتونستیم باز شما را راجع میشیم به همکارای تیاسیس که اونا رو شما رو کمک کنن. یعنی در این قسمت هیچ عذری باید نباشه. امیدوار هستم که این موضوعات به شکلی که باید هست به اون شکل پیش بره تا همچو کامنت همچو نظری که حال بر ما میگه که این کار نشده با وجودی که به طور مثال یک ما گذاشتم ما بعضی کسا فرم خود خانه پوری نکرده فرم نکرده همچو مسائل تکرار نشه و کار ما امو ارزش خود داشته باشه کوشش کنیم که هر کار به وقتش انجام بدیم. تشکر.
عرض سلام ادب دهزاد صاحب. در این قسمت یک گفتنی داشتمی که در این قسمت بعضی لینک ها اوپن نمیشه، اگر چی ما تمام فیل کردیم نام هایلایت نیست ولی بازم بعضی لینک ها اوپن نمیشه. همون لینک را که شما به من فرستادید هر قدر که کوشش کردم باز نمیشد. بعد از بسیار کوشش وقت باز در شدت نمیشد. بسیار راه را پالیدم و از بعضی همکارا کمکم خواستم، اونا هم گفتن ما نمیتونیم دیگه. بعضی وقت اوپن نمیشه، این مشکل است.
باز عاجل فیدبک بتین که نشد، باز اینا میتونن که تصب بگوین که لینک کار نمیکنن. تو معطل نکنید.
دقیقا شما چیز کنین موضوع راپور بتین که تا موضوع حل شد، مشکل حل شد. Yes, Rima, sometimes there are some maybe technical problems, issues. Sometimes we cannot open the link. Sometimes we respond the forms, but it has not saved or recorded. It's happening. Yeah. But still, yeah. If there is anything, yeah, as we are receiving regular updates, and we are sharing with the fellows and field mentors, and yeah, be sure that we will do it. We'll complete it.
Right. So, is there any? I totally understand the issues are there, and so that's completely fine. In case the fellows are facing any issues, whether it's tech issues or anything, they can let you know. Also, if the link is not opening for some reason, you can let us know as well. So that we can address if there are any issues that we can address from our end. Sade?
Yes, definitely. I told him, yeah. I told him that if there is anything that they should report us, and we can we try to solve it.
Yes, and you can also post on the Telegram group, and that may be a faster or easier way. If there's any issue with any of the forms, if you're not able to understand, or if there are any issues in accessing the forms, the quickest way is to put your query on the METPD Afghanistan Telegram group. And so it'll be faster for me to also help those who are facing any issues with any of the forms.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so this is one. I'm going to talk about the second form. Yes. So we just spoke about action research and the fact that you will be meeting with your academic mentors and also your field mentors for your action research study. So what we want to, as part of research, what we want to document or what we want to capture is basically the kinds of interaction that take place between the fellow and the mentors. And this could be between you or your academic mentor. It could be between you and your field mentor. It could also be, you have a meeting jointly with your academic mentor or your field mentor. So that is with the mentors. But we also, in addition, want to capture and understand the kind of interaction that you have with the teachers who are part of the action research activity, right? To capture that, we've created a simple form. It's a Google form. And I will just very quickly take you through it. So you have to fill this form after every meeting or every interaction as I said, that you have either with your mentor or with any of your teachers. So, and you can use the same form. So the form can be submitted multiple times. The only thing that you need to change when you're submitting the form is the date here. So for example, I'm just going to select Afghanistan, Fazila, for example. Today is the 14th. I've had a meeting. You put the duration of the meeting, say 50 minutes. Please select the meeting type. So this is, you have to choose with whom you've had a meeting. So academic mentor, field mentor, or jointly, or with your teacher. So say I've had it with an academic mentor. Please select the mode of interaction. So was the meeting face-to-face? Was it in person? Did I have the interaction over a phone call? Or was it online through Zoom or Google Meet or any of the platforms? So maybe through Zoom. We also want to know who were present in the meeting. So for example, here I've said that the fellow or you have met with your academic mentor. So I will put the name of my academic mentor, say for example, Ruchi. But since the meeting is with my academic mentor, my field mentor will be here, not applicable. And teachers also will be not applicable because I have not met them. I have only met my academic mentor. And here I will write what is the objective of my meeting. So why did I meet it could be, for example, formulating the research question, or say drafting the proposal. It could be anything. I'm just giving examples here. So this is part 1, which is filling in the basic details. Zulekha, would you want to translate this, or can you ask them if this much is clear to them?
I think it's clear.
Yeah, Rima, yeah, it's clear. They know
Okay,
this.
so I'll move
English.
to the next page.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you are meeting with your, so now we want to understand the details of that interaction. We have 3 sections here. So section 1 is academic mentor. Sorry. Section 1 is with your academic mentor. Section 2 is meeting with your field mentor. And section 3, like this, is meeting with your teachers. So if I have only met with my academic mentor, I will fill this section only. And all the remaining 2 sections, you can put not applicable. So for example, I have met with my academic mentor. What was the discussion on? So was it on formulating the research question? And you can choose multiple, you can select as many themes based on the discussion that you've had with your academic mentor. So it could be on the research question, could be on literature review, it could be on your action plan, it could be on data collection, it could be on data analysis, it could also be on implementation of your cycles, whether it's cycle 1 or cycle 2. It could be on observations, reflections, and there's a list of themes that I've written here. If there is any theme that is not there, right? Then you please tick other and specify what the theme is. If you've had a discussion on anything which is not there in this list, choose other and put the themes, 1 theme or whatever themes that you discussed, right? I'm just going to put, say, action research course, for example. Then what were some of the challenges or doubts? So when you were discussing with your academic mentor and you had certain themes, so for example, you were talking about your question or this literature review, what were some of your questions? For example, maybe you were not very clear on what kind of articles I should read, or which is the correct article, or what portion of that article should I take for my literature review. So what are some of your questions, or what are some of your doubts or challenges that you discussed with your academic mentor that you will put here. Based on your discussion, what are some of the suggestions, or what did the academic mentor tell you? What were his or her inputs? What was his or her feedback? Is something that you will put in question number 3. Question number 4 is about any resources. So for example, they've shared any journal articles or links to any books, or say they've told you about a certain kind of methodology to use, or certain kinds of, say, maybe certain blogs to read, or whatever resources that have been advised to you by your academic mentor, you put these here. And collectively, what are the next steps, right? So for example, you've formulated your research question, and then collectively you've decided, now I will work on my research proposal, or I will start reading literature and seeing which is the relevant literature to my action research problem. So what are some of the next steps? So this is all for your meeting with your academic mentor. Similarly, this is with your field mentor, and the questions here are the same, so I will not go into it. But because you have only met your academic mentor and not your field mentor, you will put not applicable in here in all of these questions, because you have only met your academic mentor and not your field mentor, right? And meeting with your teachers, again, we have put in some of the themes. For example, you are introducing them to the concept of action research, and why are we doing action research, and what is their role. Or you're discussing about say approvals from the school, or you're discussing about certain activities that you need to do together for your implementation plan. So these are a list of themes. Again, if there is any other theme or any other thing that you've discussed with your teachers, please put other, and like previously, these questions are the same. What are some of the doubts or challenges or questions that the teachers have? Because you're doing it for the first time with the teachers, they might have certain questions, there may be certain challenges that they might face. So what are some of those? In response to that, what are some of the suggestions or some of the advice that you have given to the teachers based on their challenges and questions? And the teachers, since they have been working in that particular school, or say in that particular context, they also might have certain suggestions or certain inputs for you on how a certain thing could be done better in a certain way. You put that here. Again, the next steps are here. I think that's the end of the form. Yes, and then you submit the form. Any questions, or is this like completely clear to everyone?
Yeah, Rima, this is only for the fellows.
Yes, so this is supposed to be filled by the fellows. Yes, because we want to try and understand their perceptions, and also the fact that they will be undergoing mentoring by the academic mentors and the field mentors. So we wanted to understand their perception of the kind of mentoring that they have gone through, and how helpful that's been for them for the action research as well. So this is for the fellows, and which is to be filled after, as I said, every meeting that they have.
Thank you. Colleagues, do you have سوال دارن میشه پرسان کنین اگر که موضوع برتون نامعلوم است.
Yes, so there are some questions here. Does one link find? Yes, so you will use the same link. There will not be different links. We have put the setting of the form in such a way that you can keep submitting it. You only need to change the date of the form here. Where did the date go? Yes, so you only change the date of the meeting, but you use the same form. You will not be using different links to submit this. Okay.
If we have a meeting with field mentor, or only with academic mentor we should fill one part and leave the another part?
No. The form is the same. I think Fazila, right? So
yes.
See here when you see this question, right?
She's right. Yeah.
You will only use this form. It doesn't matter how many meetings you have. And it doesn't matter whether you meet your field mentor or academic mentor, or you meet them jointly, or you meet. If you see here, please select the type of meeting. So I have selected academic mentor here, but you could have also met your field mentor. You could have also met your academic mentor and field mentor together. So when you meet your academic mentor and field mentor together, you have to fill in both the sections. So you fill in section meeting with your field mentor, and you fill in section meeting with your academic mentor, because you have met both your academic mentor and your field mentor together.
Okay, thank you. Got it.
Was that your question, Fazila?
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Right. So I will again say the form is the same. You will only use this form. There are no multiple forms. We've tried to make it simpler. Otherwise, because there are too many forms, that we keep sharing with you. I will pin this in the MATPD Afghanistan group. Pin this form so that you don't have to search for it anywhere. Is this clear? Any other questions on this? And as I said, in case you have any questions, please ask on the Telegram group, the Afghanistan Telegram group, for any of the forms, because we are here to help you. I also want to say, understand that there are many things going on. You have to fill you have to undergo the course. You also have to do your action research. But we as, who are doing the project, there is some data that we require for research, to be able to understand. And so I'm just going to take 2 more minutes to just tell you why we are asking for all these information. We basically want to try and understand, what were your perceptions about teacher professional development, action research, mentoring, before you started the SAT fellowship. And so we wanted to understand now, what is it that you're going through during the fellowship? What kind of impact has it had on you? And to be able to understand that and see the change that the fellowship is having on you, or the kind of impact or change in beliefs, your knowledge, your attitudes about all these things. There is a component of research that is really, really important in addition to everything that's going on. And the only way for us to do research is to get data, and we can only get data from the participants, which are you. So you might think that a lot of times we are sending a lot of forms, you need to fill those. But if we don't get that data, we will not be able to conduct research on the project, and we will not be able to understand what the impact of the project has been on all of you. The changes, we won't be able to see those changes. So that's the reason why we are doing research, and we keep asking you. So I thought I should tell you, because it's really important to also tell you, not just get forms filled, right? So that's one. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is the reflection journal. A lot of you have, some of you have started filling the reflection journal. There are some of you who have not. And Sadik, you could share the sheet. I've shared the link with you. So the reflection journal is again a very, very important part of the research activity that we are doing. I think Anusha had a session with all of you on reflective writing, right? Hello.
Yes, she did.
Yes. So please, yes, so Mariam remembers. So, please, and I'm going to share that again on the group. Does anyone remember the 4 R's? that Anusha spoke about in reflecting writing, the 4 hours that she spoke about. Does anyone remember those 4 hours? When you do reflective writing, what are the 4 hours you need to focus on? Anyone? Yes. So relate, reason, reconstruct, and I think I also forget the 4th one. Yes, report was the first one. So it's report, relate, reason, and then reconstruct. And I'll share that with you. Yes, Rahmatullah, correct. That's report. So one sec. Are you not able to access Mohammed Nasser Naseri? Are you not able to? I have given you access multiple times. Are you not able to access the reflection journal? Are you able to? Yes.
Yes.
You said not working, so I'm not able to.
Two times, yes. 2 times in the journal reflection, but it doesn't work, not go ahead. Not working.
Sadik, is there anything we can do? Maybe on his Gmail? I think I have your SCA ID. Do you think it will help if I share it on your Gmail ID?
Nasir, do you have Gmail ID?
Yes.
Yes,
Gmail
if you can just put it on chat, I'll send it again to your Gmail ID. Because I've been sending it on the SCA, so maybe.
I don't think that the SCA ID have any problem, because I'm
all of you are using,
yeah, I'm
yes.
using SCA ID, and I can access this all links, all journals.
So I'm not able to understand the problem, Sadik, if you can see. And I'm just going to quickly say, and I would request, I don't know if they are on the call right now, but if Ibrahim, Mohammed Nasser Naseri, I've understood you've not been able to access. Nigina, Jamila, Zikrullah, and from the field mentors, Aldia, Mr. Abdul Rahman Safi, and Anwarullah. If you can all start writing your reflection journals, please. And we'll share the names again. But I just wanted to say that a lot of these reflection journal writings, and I've gone through all of these, most of them are just a word or a line, but you need to reflect on what you're writing. So there has to be some description. As Mariam and Rahmatullah Safi were saying, you need to follow the 4 R's, which I'm going to send, which is report, relate, reason, and reconstruct. So it is not just about saying what happened in the session. We want to understand what is one of the important idea that you've taken from a session, and how that has strengthened your understanding of teacher professional development. So when you're filling the reflection journal, please don't say I attended this session, session A, B, C, D. That is not reflection. Reflection is to write about that certain idea or that certain thing that you found useful. Also, not just describe or summarize it, but also write about how that was important for you. Report is one part of it, but also talk about, what did you feel about that issue? Was it something new for you? Have you learned that before? Try and also align or sort of relate that to your experiences. So what kind of experiences have you had before? So for example, if you're talking about TPAC, have you had any previous experience of using TPAC for teaching, learning, or any concept for that matter? Try and relate it to your experiences, and how do you see this now as being different? What are the new things that you've learned? Connect them to your teaching learning practices, connect them to the theories in literature, connect the theory to practice, right? So what I'm trying to say is, not don't just describe or summarize the concept of what you've learned, but also link it to your previous experiences, to your own teaching practice, and try and reconstruct, if I had to do this again, what are some of the things that I will do differently, right? So I'm going to share again this note that Anusha had sent on the METPD Afghanistan team, but I would strongly recommend all of those who've not started writing their journals to please do that. And those who've already, a lot of you have started writing, but please go back also to what you've written and try and make it reflective. Make it like a story in the format of a narrative, right? Yeah, any questions on this? Or if there's someone who's understood this, any of the fellows, who has practiced reflective writing in their journals, they could also, speak to the other fellows and help them out on the reflection journal, because I understand it's something that's very new for many of you. And reflection and writing does not come easily. It involves a lot and lots of practice. But this activity will help you also when you're doing your action research report, because there's a lot of reflection that needs to go when you're doing action research, or even writing the report itself. So I would strongly request and recommend that you write, even if it's a small thing, try and write something every day in your notes, and then reflect on it, and then write the journal, if that helps. Yes, Sadik.
Yeah, Rima, I would like to add some points from my end in local language. همکارای عزیز، موضوعات به دیتیل ریما بر شما گفت. چیزی که خیلی مهم است که ما در این قسمت اقدام بکنیم، یعنی جدی گرفتن موضوع هست. ما موضوع رو باید جدی بگیریم، تو اثرش تیر نشیم.
بهزاد شب کمی بلند گپ بزنین میشه؟
صدای من پخش میه؟
بله.
من گفتم که چیزی که مهم است در اینجا ما جدی گرفتن این موضوع است که ما باید این موضوع جدی بگیریم. هر چیزی که از ما خواسته میشه به اون طریق. خب اگه ای که ما به اون شکلی که ضرور است تهیه کرد نمیتونیم، نظر به ای که راهنمایی نشده موضوعات برای بار اول است، بر ما یک موضوع است که بر ما فیدبک میده و بعد بار بعدی ما این جور میکنیم. اما ای که ما هیچ اقدام نمیکنیم با وجودی که بار فالوات میشه، بار به شما اطلاع داده میشه که این کار بکنید، اما بازم راپور که میبینید که جدول کلش خالی است، اکثرا خالی است، کلش نه اکثرا خالی است، که اکثر از امکانات تا حال ژورنال استفاده نکرده. ما دوباره لینک همراه شما شریک ساختم با همه کسایی که مانده بود، کسایی که نوشته کرده بودند با اونا دوباره شریک نساختیم چون اونا لینک داره، اما کسایی که هیچ کار نکرده بودند یا کم کار کردن دوباره لینک برشون شریک ساختیم و کسی بر من نگفت که لینک کار نمیته، باز نمیشه، ایدیت نمیشه. کسایی گفته دوباره همراهشون کار کردیم و حتی بعضی کارا رو ما دوباره چیزایی که نوشته کرده بودن دوباره ما از ایمیل گرفتیم، کپی خودم اونجا کپی پیست کردیم. این مهم است، این کار کردیم. یک ذره جدی بگیرین، هر مشکلی که هست بگوین. اگر احیانا از طرف ما کدام حمایت یا سپورت نمیشین، به وقتش پاسخ نمیگیرین، یا در تلگرام گروپ افغانستان اونجا بانین، افرادی که یا کسایی که مسئولین هستن زود که جواب میده و مشکل حل میسازه. لطفاً این موضوعات جدی بگیرین و تا نشه که امی کار ما و زحمت ما یک نوع چیز شود، یک نظر دیگه دیده شود، چون همیشه ما در مسائل در کارا پسمان هستیم که هر کار بر ما میگه و از همه تیما که ما پسمان هستیم، همه کارهای ما مانده، تال میخوره، به وقتش انجام نمیشه. در قسمتی که ریفلکشن ژورنال چی بود نوشته شد، ریما به جزئیات به شما گفت. یک فایل ورد ما بر شما شریک ساختیم، در اونجا یک لینک یوتیوب هست که در اونجا رفلکشن ژورنال تشریح میکنه، یک ویدیو هست که چگونه شما رفلکشن ژورنال میشین و یک لینک دیگه است که یک وبسایت است شما را راهنمایی میکنه در وبسایت بریم مطالعه کنین و لینک ها را دارین و شما شریک ساختین، دوباره با شما شریک میسازیم اونجا ببینین که چگونه یک ژورنال نوشته کنین. کوشش شود که اون شکل گفته شد به شکل تشریحی باشه که چی موضوعات بود، چی موضوعات یاد گرفتین، چی موضوعات بحث شد، چی موضوعات که شما ابراز کردین، ابراز نظر کردین، شریک ساختین. یعنی میخوایم که فهمیده شود که شما یعنی چی برداشت کردین، چی یاد گرفتین، موضوعات فهمیده نشد، اما ای که چی کارا شد در وبینار، در ترینینگ، در ورکشاپ که این نظر داده شد، سوال شد، در این رابطه سوال شد. نه فقط مشخص بذارین سوالتان، مشخص بذارین نظرتان، بحثا را به این شکل پیش برین. بازم اگر بیشتر نیاز بود که روی از موضوعات کار شود، اصلاحات بیا، ریما موضوعات میخونه دوباره به شما فیدبک میده. اما لطفا در قسمت ای که در وقت شما ژورنالت خانه پوری کنین، فرمای مربوطه را خانه پوری کنین، در اینجا تعلل نکنین و اون وقتش کار انجام بدین. تشکر.
یک چیز ما برستان آسان بگوییم که هر هفته یک راپور فعالیت ایتان است که امی که شما چی کده، از چی فهمیده، چی اگر کدام چیز نتانستین او هم نوشته کده میتونین. فرضاً دی هفته ما از خاطر امتحانات مکاتب مصروف بودم، هیچ نتانستم مطالعه کنم یا اینی کار نتانستم کرده یا اینی وبینارش این میره هم در جرنل کد نوشته کده میتونین که چون و چرایش مقصد جرنلش هفته وار باید خانه پوری شود. صحیح این هم است. هر چیزی که کردین چرا چطور و چرا نکردین کلش هم میتونین که نوشته کده. ریفلکشن جرنل همون بعض وقتا بر شما بعض مثالای اکشن ریسرچر را برتن روان کردن، او را که خواندین چی را فهمیدین، چی را از او ایدیا گرفتین، کدام الگو گرفتین، کدام چیز بر ریسرچ خودتان برتن ایدیا آمد، اونو را باید شما اوجا ذکر کنین اگر است. صحیح؟
با سلام مجدد بهزاد صاحب، باید ذکر کنم که لینک را که شما برای من فرستادی ما هر قدر کوشش کردم دو ایجیت کنم نتانستم. باز ما از مریم جان، این مریم جان شاهدم است، من راج به تماس شدم که اگر خودت میتونی حتی ایمیل ما پسورد همشه برش فرستادم، گفت که من کوشش کردم باز نمیشه، نمیفهم چی مشکل است دیگه. ما این رقم نیست که بی تفاوت هستیم، بی تفاوت نیستیم، انشالله که هر کار با وقتش میکنیم، اما نمیفهم چرا این می رقم بعض وقت مشکلات پیش میاد. لینکی را که فرستادی یعنی باور کنین دو روز سر به سر سرزو کار کردم هیچ نتانستم بازش کنم. با همکارام تماس شدم دیسر فیلا و اونا گفتم که والله ما نمیفهمیم که چرا باز نمیشه دیگه، امیالم و باز نمیشه، نمیفهمیم که دیگر چی کنیم.
باز عاجل حوال بدیم.
دیزا صاحب امی مشکل بخیالم ابراهیم بریال فکر کنیم در لین نی است. ما یک گروپ دیگه داریم همکارای چیز است پیلو است. ابراهیم بریالم امی ایمیل طالب بخیالم برشنا آماده بود، اگه آماده بودم وقتی آماده بود شاید دیلیت کرده باشه. زیاد کوشش کرد که امیلین که باز دوباره چیز کنه و دست بیاره خو نتوانست. اگر بازم امیلین شریک شوه امرای زناد ایمیل انشالله مشکل حل میشه. اگر نه ابراهیم بریال زیاد امرای ما تماس گرفت گفت همین ایمیل بر ما نامده، ما گفتیم ایمیل بر همگی تا نامده، شاید این چیز زیاد وقتی بود دیلیت کرده باشید.
ما استاد ما دوباره به امرای شریک ساختم لینک از طریق واتساپ و دوباره فکر میکنم کار کرده بود. من دوباره چک کردم که بعض چیزا نوشته کرده بود. خب بر صورت زمانی که کار نمیکنه شما راپور بدین و تعقیب کرده بودین تا که موضوعتون حل نشده و ایتون نمانید که به این شکل اگر کار کد نکد خب بانه تماس بگیرین با ما، تماس بگیرین با همکارای TICS تماس بگیرین تا مشکل حل شود. Yes, Rima.
So just very quickly, Sadek, two, three more things I think on the chat, and then we can close. One, there is no feedback form for this webinar. So you don't have to fill any feedback form. Sorry, is it still not working, Mr. Mohammed Naseri?
Yes, like before, it's not
I'm
working.
not able to understand the issue. If Sadik, you could have a look. I've shared to his Gmail account as well. I'm not able to understand why he's not able to access. We'll see. Maybe we can just share the Word document with you and see. You can send it through email. But Sadik, if you could just check, I'm not able to understand what the problem is. Secondly, Sadik, I had shared a video long time back on reflection. I don't know whether you had a chance to share it with everyone.
Yes, yes, I have shared. Now I told him that I have shared a document. There was a link for YouTube video,
Yes, yes.
and there was a link for a website. Yeah, I
yes.
have already shared with him. Now I told him in Dari that look at that links. Yeah, they can guide you how to write reflection
Yes,
journal.
and if you have any, still have any questions on how to write, please ask. Please ask Sadik or us.
Hello.
بله
اجازه است من یک دقیقه صحبت می داشته باشم. برای ما ریما تازه یک ایمیل روان کرده می یک دقیقه
خب خیر چیز میکنیم ناصری صاحب ناصری صاحب این موضوعات اگر باز نمیشه این باز بعدا بس میکنیم. اگر کدام موضوع دیگه است میشه که باز بگویید. در غیر از موضوعاتی که اگر باز نمیشه ادیت نمیشه ایرا ما خودت بعد از این بحث میکنیم سر صحبت میکنیم تا مشکل حل شود.
صحیح.
Also, my colleague Sarita has shared resources. I think, Sarita, is this the SCA session resources?
It's everyone all together in a single file. So if he can access that, he should have access to your files also. So otherwise we can go for other solutions, right?
Right. So Sarita has shared all the resources. So Mr. Naseri, if you could see if you have access to that, you can check later if you're able to open those documents as well. I think recordings and documents, PPTs, right, Sarita?
Yeah, they are the PPTs and the YouTube videos of the session.
Yes. So if you could let Sadik know if you're able to access that, or if you have any problem in accessing that as well. We'll see what we can do in that case, try and find out an alternative solution. Right. And just one more point I wanted to say. One, there's no feedback form for this webinar. It's only for sessions which are certain subject specific. And secondly, when you're writing your reflection journal, it doesn't have to be, it can be about anything. It can be on anything that you have learned or you felt was useful. It doesn't all the time have to be a webinar session, right? It can be even from the course as well. So anything in that particular week that you felt helped contribute to your teacher professional development, is something what I've seen in reflection journals, and not only for Afghanistan, even for the other two. I've seen that all of them just pick up webinar sessions. So I just wanted to make it clear that you don't always have to choose the webinar session. It can be from your course as well. Anything you believe that was important for your own professional development and your teaching learning practice, right? So that's it. Any final questions?
Yes, Rima. Now I check with the reflection journals, the folder. I have access to that. Previously, I had access to share, to edit, to to do everything, but it's also restricted for me. Just I can download it, and I
So
cannot.
are you not able to share it?
No, now it's if all options are blocked now, I cannot do anything.
I'm not able to understand why that's happening, Sadik. I've given you access multiple times. Let me try and give you access again.
Yes, I also share again the links with all of them.
Yeah,
Now when I'm
happening.
checking now I checked that there's no option to share, to edit, to see if
Possible. I have just given the access to, I've just given you access again, and you would have received a notification. And I've sent it to Sadik, and I'm sending it to Anvarullah as well. And I've put you as an editor again. So let me know if you received it or not.
Yeah, can you see my screen? This is the folder you have shared me. So
yeah, this
yeah,
has
I cannot do just I can open it, and even I cannot edit before yeah I
you
can
are not
just
edit it. I've sent you access again on your email, SCA email. Have you received? I just sent it 2 minutes back to both you and Anvarullah as well, so that he also has access. But not able to understand. Do have a look, Sadik, and let me know. Sorry, someone has just asked me a question. Who is sorry? Who is I don't know. May I know who this is with the name with the iPhone name? Are you able to access this, Satik, now?
No, it's the same. Yeah, I have this folder, but
Do you want to go through the mail? Did you go through the mail?
Yes, I went through the mail. So this is the mail I received right now from you.
Yeah, I can't see your screen. Sorry. Wait.
You cannot see my screen?
No. No, I can't see your screen. Yeah, I can see it now. Yes, I've email, right? Yeah.
Yes, this is your email, and this is the folder for field mentors and fellows. Yeah, this is the files. There's no option. Yeah, there's no option for sharing, for other issues, getting the link. And
So
this
are
the
you
file.
not able to open like I am?
No, now I cannot edit this one.
Okay, let me show you my screen.
Okay.
This is how it is appearing on my screen. So I'm just opening. You're not able to open like this. Was it opening earlier, Sadik?
Yes, it was opening, and I shared the link with them.
There's some technical issue that you're facing. I don't know. Should I give you access on your Gmail as well?
Yeah, please do it.
If you can just share it. I think I have your Gmail, but now someone has asked me, now we fill a lot of form, could we reduce some form? Sorry, I don't know who this fellow is.
Ankara iPhone نام آیفون از کی هسته؟ من چند بار سوال کردم میشه که متعلق به کی است بگوید؟
Sorry, is that Abdul Rahman Safi who's asking this question?
Yes. بیزاد صاحب از ما از درگونه رضایی هم آیفون است. بیزاد صاحب ما از خانه تماس گرفتیم.
So I don't know who's asking me the question, but
No, there is no question. Just the iPhone. I asked him that who is iPhone.
No, this person has asked me a question. The fellow, whoever it is, can we reduce the form? So
yeah, okay.
What we've done is we've tried to keep them as minimum as possible. So we will not be having, we'll have webinars, but we won't be having too many webinars because we've had the online sessions with all of you very recently. There'll be some webinars, but then, as I said, fill in the form the same day. It reduces your burden as well. Apart from that feedback form, there are only two forms, the reflection journal and the interaction form, Google form that I spoke to you about. There are no other forms. We are trying to reduce your burden in trying to keep the forms as minimum as possible. But as I said, for research purpose, we need data, and that data can only come from you. You know, I could have told you, please, no forms for METPD, but then I said I wouldn't get any data for research, and I wouldn't understand how this program is impacting all of you. So I'm really sorry that you feel there are too many forms. We'll try and keep them as minimum as possible, but there will be some forms that you would be required to fill during the course of the fellowship. Yeah. So Sadik, I'll give you access on your Gmail ID. And Mr. Naseri, I am not able to understand why you're not able to access. Let's see. One last thing, Sadik, I sent you an email yesterday. If you could respond to that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
After this meeting, I will respond it.
Yeah.
It's in my to-do list.
Yeah, we all have too many to-do lists. So yeah, so nothing else from my side. I will only request you to cooperate, for the research. As I said, it's important. So, yep, that's about it, Sadik.
Thank you very much.
And just one last thing, please use the Telegram for anything, whether it's the course or training, action research, interaction with your mentors. Use the subject specific. There are subject specific Telegram groups where all of you have been added, say language, math, etc., etc. Please use the Telegram groups as more often. Please do that. And yeah, please use Telegram group for anything, any query for training, modules, courses, research, forms. You can ask any query that you want, any question, and we'll try and answer your question like very quickly. And that's what I'm saying, that instead of me first telling Sadik and then Sadik telling you, the Telegram is the fastest way of getting your questions and queries across to you, so that we can also address them in a timely manner. So do use Telegram group, So yeah, that's all. So we can close the session, Sadik, unless you have any question or anything.
No, there is no question from my side. If there is anything from the fellows, you can ask, otherwise we can close the meeting.
Yeah, sure. No question. No question, but in case you have any questions while your reflection journal, or you are
Ustaz Arguna, mic شما باز است.
Yeah, so I'm saying in case you have any questions, please do use the Telegram group for any of the forms as well when you're filling your reflection journal. And very lastly, before I close, I have shared on the group the reflection document that Anusha had discussed in the session. Please see that. In case you have any questions, again, please reach out to Sadik, Sulekha, and us, right? So thank you. We've taken a lot of your time. So really sorry about that to all of you. But I hope, you have a good day. And yep, thank you and bye.
Thank you, Rima. Thank you, colleagues, for attending this webinar.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, Zulekha.
Thank you.